The scenes coming out of Waterloo this week are heartbreaking. Local residents have been cruelly evicted and established community is being ripped apart by a government that claimed to be a defender of public housing. Data from Homelessness New South Wales shows that more than 65,000 homes are on the wait list for public housing and over 34,000 people are experiencing homelessness across the state. At a time when our communities are experiencing the worst housing affordability crisis in generations and when we have individuals and families languishing on lengthy wait lists for housing, the demolition of public housing is completely unacceptable. The eviction and demolition of public housing at Waterloo is the latest broken promise from the Minns Labor government. In the lead up to the election, and we have heard about this already, the 2023 state election, the then Shadow Minister for Housing, Rose Jackson, sent a text message to public housing residents in Waterloo claiming that only Labor will stop the sell-off and privatisation of public housing. And I know that a similar message was sent to those public housing residents in the electorate of Balmain, particularly those living in public housing dwellings across Glebe. The promise gave hope to public housing tenants after years of attacks and attempts of sell-off from the Liberal government, and we've heard it here from the Liberals themselves. The Labor Party are pushing through with a coalition project despite their promises, and they are demolishing and privatising public housing and public land. We've seen this play out time and time again. And I wanted to counter the member for Heffron who talks about the problems in Waterloo, poor maintenance and safety concerns. You are in government. You have been the member there. You knew the conditions before you came into government. You promised the community that their homes would be protected and you have not protected them. This rhetoric that there was no other choice is frankly ridiculous. Instead of investing in proper maintenance of public housing and instead of investigating sensible infill options for existing sites, this government has adopted a cruel and fundamentally unsustainable approach of continuing the Liberals' position and demolishing and rebuilding what were perfectly good homes and tearing apart well-established communities. And it's for this reason that we do not support the amendment moved by the government. We are not here for self-congratulatory motions where ministers get to pat themselves on the back while facilitating cruel evictions in a housing crisis. Sites like Waterloo and others should be protected with appropriate maintenance budgets allowed to keep these homes in livable conditions, and we know that this is the answer. I urge members to support our amendment and thank the member for Newtown for bringing this important debate.